All right, you guys, welcome back to Open Mat Chronicles. 1865 Rod here. We are coming back at you guys once again. So check it out. This week we got something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about something that's in the spirit of the Olympics. We're going to kind of hit on that. So before we get into all that, let me kick it over to Schaefer. What's up, Schaefer?
What's up, everybody? Schaefer in the house. First team, baby. Huh.
I like that salute.
Yeah,
hey, is it
man.
disrespectful if you do a left-hand salute?
Yeah, it's
Totally
disrespectful.
disrespectful. I remember when I used to work in the shipyards, man. So I worked in the shipyards when I was a kid. I was like in maybe 19, 20.
Right.
Captain would go by and we'd see all the saviors. Oh, boom.
And you
boom,
hit him
boom.
with the wrong
left hand.
salute. So, okay.
That's all,
okay.
man. But we are yard workers, man.
Yeah, who fucking knows? Look, if it wasn't the military, I don't knock people for that kind of shit, dude. However, let me fucking throw a little piece of history on it. So the reason that you salute with your right hand and not your left hand is because knights, when they used to, fight, they would, open their visors with their right hand because most people are right-handed. Yeah. And if you can see your right hand, you know that it's not holding a weapon. It was a way of basically, bringing
Showing
it up and
that
saying,
you're
hey, I'm unarmed. We're just having a fucking conversation here. Don't try to stab.
That's interesting.
Don't try
That's
to
cool.
stab me, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting.
At least that's what I learned. But then again, what the fuck, dude? I mean, I don't know. I don't trust shit on the internet. I think I learned that in school, though. That's before the internet. That's before Al Gore even made the internet. The algorithms.
Now I'll tell you what I did learn working the shipyards.
What'd you learn?
Sometimes, like, even let's say you're working on a ship and it's in like the dry dock or whatever. It's obviously it's not commissioned at the point, but there would still be like a skeleton crew of Marines on there,
right.
or Navy personnel. Sometimes Marines too.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the type of ship.
Navy is the Department of, or Marines is the Department of the Navy.
But sometimes, every now and then, they might find a door open. They'll call it general quarters.
Ooh.
Yo, dude, you're a yard worker. You better line up, bro. I heard one time they were like butting them with a gun. Like, if you don't lay down, they don't care if you're a worker or a civilian or not. You need to. But this is back in the 80s. Though.
Yeah. 80s was different.
Nowadays, they'll probably say, excuse me, sir.
They're like, sir,
excuse me. What'd you say? What'd you happen if they yell at you and you're
here? I got a yellow card.
A yellow card.
I got a yellow card, though.
Yeah, they might do a yellow card.
I know it might be classified information getting stolen and it might be a terroristic threat, but I got a yellow card.
Bro, back then, they call general quarters. You line up against the wall.
Damn.
Still, don't move until they say you can move.
What they say?
It's legit.
What do they call that? FAFO.
What was that?
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit.
But that's only when the Marines were on there. When it was a normal Navy, it was pretty chill.
What are you trying to say, Rod?
I like the Navy, man, but the Marines are just crazier.
I like the Navy. Fucking, what's the face? Who's the fucking Village People had a great Navy song. In the Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Sail the seven seas. Anyway, I just talked to my boy who's a Marine. It's funny. We were having a conversation. When I was in Jersey, I didn't get a chance to catch up with him. He just saw me on Facebook. He was like, yo, next time you're here. Dude, he was a freaking Marine sniper. Fucking shout out to Kenny Brock. That's a bad motherfucker, boy. He's a bad motherfucker. Black belt. He owns a school out there.
Oh, really?
I think he's like a third or fourth degree black belt. Great guy.
Now you just blew his cover.
No, dude, he's out. He's been out of the Marines. He's been out of the Marines for a while.
We put you on blast, Kenny Brock. He gonna get you now.
Shit, no, man. He's not like he ain't doing some fucking Jason Bourne type shit. He's chilling now. He's chilling.
No, you know who that is. Oh, we know who that is.
Oh, I know a couple Jason Bourne type motherfuckers.
Oh no, we know. We had one in our school.
Yeah. Oh, I had a couple over at Hassett School too, man. We had these badass motherfuckers.
Whenever he was gone on vacation, a country would fall. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I think I do. He was knocking over
Hawaii?
knocking over knocking over tin pot dictators and shit. Hell yeah.
Good old Hawaii.
Oh my God. There's a great movie with it's what's it called? Gross Point Blank. And it was about this guy. He dropped out of high school, he finished high school, joined the Army. He got recruited out of the Army. They made him like a fucking assassin and shit.
Yeah.
And it was John Cusack. It's an old ass movie.
Oh, I remember John Cusack.
Gross Point Blank.
I like him
Such
back
a
in the
good
day.
freaking movie, dude.
Good guy, yeah.
All right,
Good
how do we get so far
I don't know,
off
man.
topic?
I don't know.
We're not even like 2 minutes
I know.
and we're already everywhere.
I know. We're talking about. It's supposed to be Olympics, right?
I know. It's the fucking Olympics. Yes.
Because the Olympics is whack right now, man. I don't know what's going on. So,
I mean,
what started this?
Well, I don't know what started it, but I know I could have ended it.
No.
I could have ended it with doing some breakdancing and probably won.
That's what started our conversation when you said, "Rod, did you see that Australian breakdance?" I'm like, I thought I was watching a parody of a breakdance.
Yo, I mean, listen,
that was
man.
serious, right?
Yeah, because you know what, people having seizures is a very serious thing, and you shouldn't be making jokes about that shit.
Yeah.
And I think she was making a joke about people having a seizure.
Yeah,
now, I could be wrong. Maybe she actually takes that shit seriously, but. Damn. I know Turbo and Ozone would have been pissed off. They would have been pissed off had they seen that shit.
I remember that.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's start with this.
Okay.
Let's start with this.
How do you
Why,
wanna start?
number one, why isn't BJJ in the Olympics? That's the first elephant in the room.
Man,
I'd rather watch jiu-jitsu than that Australian breakdancer or whatever.
100%.
Any breakdancer.
I would rather watch damn near any combat art in the Olympics because, like, I like, you know, to me, the Olympics is like, it used to always be about competition. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're going heads up with somebody, or even if you have a team, like you're doing something like physical and something meaningful and something that, quite honestly, is a watered down version of combat.
Yeah, it's like the pinnacle of competition. It's
Yeah,
the highest
man.
level. Wait, didn't you say that? We had a podcast and we were talking about the difference between a sport and a game.
Yeah,
And you were like,
yeah.
well, it's called the Olympic Games for a
Yeah,
reason. Because
you actually dropped that on me, and I was like, "Fuck, you're right. It's the Olympic Games."
crazy.
But it's like, then why don't we play fucking Olympic Monopoly?
So let's just
Roll
to
those
recap
dice.
for the people that didn't see it. Basically,
Bow.
it had a really.
You know, that's like, fuck. Oh man, that would be good.
You're crazy.
So Dave Chappelle did a skit a long time ago, and it was the World Series of Dice. Boy, now I'd fucking watch the Olympics if they were playing like a hood game of craps. Everybody's in a fucking circle and shit. You put your money out there. You like, bah, snake eyes. We in the Olympics.
I want a gold medal.
Hell yeah.
No, okay, so break it down for
Gold
those that
medal.
didn't see. Those that didn't see before. So,
Okay.
what is your definite? Because remember, you delineated between a
Yes.
sport and a game. Break that down.
Okay, so a sport and a game, right? A game is something where it's usually turn-based and you have no control over what your opponent does. You have no influence over what your opponent does. A game can be played by yourself, right? A sport, even if it's turn-based, you still have the ability to block, or you have the ability to move into a position that makes your opponent do something. Boxing, it's a sport because I'm trying to hit you, you're trying to hit me. If I swing, you have to move or you take one to the jaw, right? But hate to say it, but then something like hurdles, right? Hurdles is like, that's one that almost falls in the middle.
It's kind of weird.
Because if you're just talking about regular straight racing on a track, you can actually get in each other's way. You know what I mean? You could cut in front of your opponent. You're not necessarily in that one track the whole time, right? Whereas hurdles, you're stuck in one track. You're running, you jump, you're running, you jump. But if you do it by
in your
yourself,
lane. You're right.
You stay in one lane.
Yeah.
You could run the hurdles. They could run the hurdles one by one.
Yeah.
There's no actual need to have everyone run at the
You're
same
right.
time, right? You could do the
Just
same.
the excitement of it. It just looks
it's
better
a game.
visuals.
It just looks better. Weightlifting, they weightlift individually.
Bro, weightlifting is not a freaking sport.
Not a fucking
I
sport.
don't know why
right?
these guys say, "Oh, I'm this tremendous athlete. I'm a weightlifter."
Whereas you go to something to go, what about
bro.
badminton? Well, badminton's a fucking sport. You
Yeah.
actually are playing. You're smacking a little freaking what the fuck is that shit called?
So check it out.
Shuttlecock. You're smacking that around, and they're hitting it back. And
So what you're saying basically is like you could take the bodybuilding at the highest level. Mr. Olympia is less of a sport than freaking handball.
way less
It is really not.
because you can do it by
Do
yourself.
it by yourself.
You can do it by yourself.
You're not really competing against any. Well, you are competing against anybody.
You're
just for
competing,
aesthetics.
But you're
But the-
fucking competing against.
But in the actual,
You
think
can
of the
do it
actual competition.
virtually.
You're not actually. What your actions can't influence the outcome of it,
Correct.
right? If you're on the once you're on the stage flexing and posing and all that,
Everybody could do that at their own house. You could compete online.
Virtually.
You could Zoom that shit in.
yeah, you're right.
And it would be no different other than the aesthetics of it.
Yeah,
Like, think about it. CrossFit, to get into the CrossFit games, the first thing you have to do is you qualify. Some people do their qualifiers in their fucking garage.
it's crazy.
It's not a sport.
not
It's
sport.
a game.
You know what's funny? When I said handball, I think I did. They had handball. It's in the Olympics right now.
Yes.
it's
And
literally like tennis.
So
and they're
handball,
just-
yeah.
Yo, what's up with that? Like handball? I remember handball. It's like going to high school.
It's
growing up
different.
poor,
There's two
you
different
couldn't
kinds of
afford a
handball.
racket, so
Yes.
you just had a hand.
So that's
growing up in the hood.
They don't. That's actually different.
I
So
know.
their handball is like you're throwing it into a net or some shit.
No, there's a net. It's
yeah.
literally just like tennis with no tennis rackets.
No.
you sure?
It's not that one. No, I'm saying like it's almost like soccer, but you're throwing the ball.
I thought there were opposing teams, like two guys.
There's two teams,
Yeah.
but you're throwing a ball. You're just throwing it. It's different in the handball. You're thinking because somebody was
handball.
saying that to me.
It was a wall basically. You needed to hit.
Yes,
hit
that
it.
was handball.
was
That I
legit.
was
That's
thinking.
handball. That was
Like
fun.
in prison, like that's what everybody was playing. And I used to take. I wasn't impressed.
No, I know. It just sounded funny. So, like it's so sad. The sport I remember is growing up in the hood playing handball, and you're talking about a prison sport.
It's a prison sport, dude. It's a prison.
It is
sport.
what it is, man. I grew up poor. Damn it.
Hey, welcome to the club. I wasn't super poor, but I was lower middle class, I guess.
I grew up poor. I think that would.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right,
Zone
man.
it.
Let's
Zone
not get all depressed and shit.
I'm not depressed.
I'm happy now.
It builds
Look, it made me who
character.
I am.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I'm poor now,
out of here. Hell yeah. Remember gum and cheese?
Oh yeah.
That's the shit. That big ass, thick ass shit in the cardboard box. All right. Anyway, so why isn't jiu-jitsu in the Olympics? Well, there's a few reasons. Jiu-jitsu in the gi.
Oh man, I already know.
I love gi, right?
Yeah, I like it. I'm actually starting to like the gi.
I know you are. See, you're coming back.
Coming
you're
back,
to
man.
the
Coming
fold.
back to my
Come
first
back to
love.
the fold.
Yeah.
That shit can get boring.
Watching it. Doing it is fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting here watching and you're like, he won by advantage because he went like this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, did you see it? Did you see his shoulder dip? Come on.
I think it wouldn't cater to like the average guy because there's so many little nuances to the rules. He just wouldn't even understand it.
Yes.
You have to be into jiu-jitsu to really appreciate it.
Right. I mean, even judo, like, all right, so judo can be confusing as fuck to people when they're watching it in the Olympics, right? Because, oh, well, what kind of takedown is good? Or how come this wasn't a legitimate win with a takedown versus this? Oh, wait, how come he's allowed to choke him? Wait, how come they stopped him before he could get it? So there's a lot of nuance.
You're still waiting for that freaking throw, though, right? That's the exciting part.
That's the thing with judo,
body
right?
to the earth.
Yes, exactly.
Like
but
we know that's the objective.
I like when judo ultimately turns into a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
That's actually cool.
That's cool, man. And when you see a chick freaking armbar somebody or whatever, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Do the Ronda Rousey armbar, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And some of those are good, man. But even wrestling though, right?
Wrestling's pretty exciting.
Wrestling can be exciting.
Yeah.
But how much better would it be if you could slap them in a guillotine? Not a wrestling guillotine. That's a whole different move. Wrestling guillotine is like a twister, right?
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
I'm talking about I'm talking about straight up or Marcelo or you know what I mean? Like boom, he hits him with that or what's the dude, the Swickatine from UFC? Like the one where he hit him and they fucking throw that arm over the back, choke the shit out of him. See, that would be better. Before you give your take on why no-gi should probably be the way to go.
Oh, it should definitely be in.
See, like I said, I know. Before you give your take, let me read off some of the shit that's in the Olympics.
Okay.
Let's talk about
that should be replaced with
that should just be
gone.
So if you're watching the episode of Loki where they fucking send it to that damn that zone where they hit it with a stick and it disintegrates them and sends them into the phantom zone or whatever.
It's just weird. Like back in the I don't know, what is it, 70s and before.
Yeah.
You had very specific sports that were in there. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going on a limb. Is bowling in the Olympics?
Probably.
I wouldn't be like it wouldn't. Would it really surprise anyone if it was?
No.
It would, and that should be unheard of, dude.
It shouldn't.
Like
be.
it should not. Should not be.
But
in the
I
Olympics.
mean, okay.
See if bowling's in the Olympics.
It's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Olympic bowlers.
But curling is.
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Curling's in the fucking
Curling
Olympics.
is?
That
Yeah.
shit where you
the
got a
ice-
mop and you're like sweeping
Like, what
in
is
front
that?
of the motherfucker and he's like, ooh.
When did it get watered down like this? It
I will say-
Olympics. I'm thinking Jesse Owens, man, like back in the
Yeah,
day, flying
motherfuckers
over to
hawking,
freaking
right?
represent us against Hitler, dude. Like winning.
Dude,
That was crazy.
I
though.
will say this shit. In the Winter Olympics, right? It just looks cool. It's stupid, but it looks cool. When they throw that little, whatever the fuck thing is
the
called.
curling?
Yeah, for curling.
yeah.
And they go like,
Oh yeah.
and they like slide in.
Yeah.
And they're
It kind of looks like a bowling, like when you bowl that little stance they do when they throw that leg out.
So
It looks kind
fucking
of cool.
it looks cool, but
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid.
But they're like exaggerating.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I'm
right?
such an
They're
athlete.
trying to use the force and make
Yeah.
it move over, and then the guy's mopping. Okay, so here's an A to Z. I don't know if it actually goes that far, but whatever.
I still want to know bowling's in.
It's not. I'm looking at B. It's not on there. It's not on there. A, acrobatic gymnastics. So gymnastics, right? It's cool. Hey, man, America, they kicked ass. They did great. But acrobatic gymnastics, isn't that like...
But that's still, I can kind of see that.
Okay,
though, because
we
a gymnast
right.
is hard. Bro, gymnastics is legit.
Yes, it's hard.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. Cheerleading is a more dangerous sport than football. I get that. Wait, it's not a sport. Cheerleading is a more dangerous
Activity.
athletic activity
Yeah.
than football. More chicks fucking break their asses doing
Yeah, it'd be
triple
hard.
Lundy backflips. Remember the triple Lundy from Back to School? That movie?
No, I don't remember
Oh, fuck. Anyway.
Well, you can't just
Rodney
say girls because
Dangerfield.
there's a lot of guys and
remember Rodney
cheerleaders now.
Dangerfield? He did a movie called Back to School where he went and he had this dive called the triple Lundy.
I don't remember that.
All right, whatever.
But
All
I'm
right.
saying, hey man, half the cheerleaders are men now though.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can't say
It's still dangerous. Okay, I can't say chicks. So, okay, so cheerleaders, whoever the cheerleaders are,
cheer people.
cheer people, right? That's actually very dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Yeah, but that's not even. That's not a. Is it? Hold on.
But I think
Is
it's
that in the
but,
Olympics?
but check it out. Was
It's not in the
cheerleading
Olympics.
like that back in the day? I think back in
Dangerous?
the day it was it always that day?
It
I
was
think now
no,
they're kind of
because
pushing.
now they're
doing-
acrobatic gymnasts.
yes.
They're fucking doing some crazy
Oh.
dangerous shit, right?
I
But
see a correlation. Wait a second. You know where I'm going with this.
I don't know. Where are you going with it? Acrobatic gymnasts
Oh, never mind.
versus
I ain't gonna
okay. So here's acrobatic gymnastics, alpine skiing. Okay, I get it. You're skiing. You're trying to fucking
Wait, what
it's a
about
race.
pool? I know I'm just
It's
I'm out
not-
of nowhere.
it's
It's
not-
not, but
it's not-
I thought I
it's
saw it
not.
in the Olympics. It's not.
That would be awesome.
Okay, that's not last
That would
interjection.
be okay.
Sorry.
No, you can interject away. Archery makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You're the best fucking arrow shooter. Now, here's one. Artistic gymnastics. Come on, son. It's like artistic, now it's too subjective.
It's very subjective.
It's like, oh, they did the most beautiful pirouette. It's
Yeah.
like, or, oh, did you see that she did a move and it was incorporated some kind of amazing dance that's now popular, and it's like, whatever.
But the only difference to that would be like if you're talking like figure skating, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
But like you said, they have a specific set of moves that are kind of
Yes. They have those difficulty-based
they can bake
moves.
those into the routine. So if
Correct.
they did, hey, I did a freaking 5-point spin on this whatever.
So I think they even do something similar to that in artistic
must be hard to-
gymnastics,
oh,
right?
okay, they
I
might.
think like that's where like they do the floor
They would
routines
say-
and they do all that, and they go, oh, they dance and then they run and do like a triple backflip, and they're really getting
I
graded
see.
mainly on the triple backflip, but they still take the artsy part into account.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how do you judge art? It's too subjective.
Unless they said like we're gonna judge the complexity of the routine. Like
Right.
this girl's routine was like way more complex, but maybe she didn't execute this last one as well. But this other chick's was super simple. She killed it, but it was super simple. I don't, I'm
yeah,
being,
yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man.
I don't know.
That's
I'm not
the-
a judge
look.
for figure skating, but I can see how figure
Anything
skating.
when it's artistic,
Yeah.
it's like shit, dude. It's like it's too subjective. Then we've got like shit like badminton. Okay, I get it. It's
That's like pickleball, isn't it?
it's kind of it's.
What's the difference?
And they use a shuttlecock. You use that stupid little the little birdie.
Oh yeah. So what's pickleball? What's the same? It's the
I
same
don't
thing,
know.
right? It's a different handle.
No, dude. It's all watered down tennis.
You know what's funny? There's always like a new little trend. Like
Yeah.
I guarantee you, next year no one will be talking about pickleball, or even maybe
I don't
give it
know.
another
No,
couple
pickleball,
years.
Pickleball, they said, is like the fastest growing sport for old people.
Okay, it'd be for old people then. But like right now, a lot of young people
wait,
do
wait,
it.
no, yeah, I'm about to say young people do it too.
And what happens
And-
once the parents start doing it? It's not cool
No,
anymore.
I
They
think
don't want to do
I
it.
think they need to team them up, like have a young guy with an old guy, and then do like mixed age freaking pickleball. That is shit. Basketball makes sense, right? Beach volleyball, I got you, makes sense. Boxing, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Punching a guy in the face, I get it. Breaking. Let's talk about this breakdancing shit. So, breaking is about as subjective as you can get, right? Unless you're going to tell me some shit like, oh, well, your head spin is a difficulty level of XYZ, while your windmill is this. But when you do the wave or the worm, how much is the worm worth? You know what I mean? How many points do you get for the worm?
But it is. I mean, it takes talent to do it.
Takes
though.
talent.
A lot. Yeah.
It takes a lot, dude. I mean, do they even get a cardboard box to do it on?
I don't freaking know.
No, man, it's probably on some old fucking high-tech fucking glass or some shit. I don't know. But come on, man. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, it
Did
was
you
pretty
see
bad.
that Australian
If you
shit?
guys didn't see it, check out Google the Australian breakdancer. Google that, and you'll
My
know exactly why we're even
goodness.
talking about it. It's probably one of the most
I mean-
pathetic performances I've seen in my life.
They've got the Jabberwockies and all kinds of shit. They're professionals. You know, breakdancing is amazing. I mean, they should have got Turbo and Ozone from Breaking. Remember that?
Yeah.
They should have had them in there. Hell, John Claude Van Damme
He was in that movie.
Was in that movie.
He was like
They
a little
shoulda got
backup
him.
dancer.
Yeah, they should have got him.
He's doing
Shit.
that old Bruce Springsteen dance.
Yes.
So funny.
So
how people dance.
we got cycling, diving, fucking fencing. I get all that. Freestyle
Okay, so-
skiing. I get it.
All right, so what's up with jiu-jitsu, man? Because there's a lot
How
of
do we
stuff.
do it? Yeah, there's so much.
It's got to be no gi because it's exciting. It
Agreed.
is exciting, right? You
Yeah.
you got all the elements. You got takedown. You got submissions. It could be anything: upper body, lower body. It's a great sport.
So
But you'd have
can
to
it
you'd have
be
to grade it
submission
correctly,
only?
though.
Right. I mean, it can't be submission only
Man,
because
what if nobody gets a sub?
Right.
I like. You know who I honestly I would
Or-
shout out that Arta
shit.
Suave, dude. I like that
Okay,
rule set.
okay.
It's legit.
Arte Suave or if we're talking submission only, no bullshit. EBI is solid because if after a certain time frame,
Yeah.
you can choose to either start from the back or start from
It's like an
the
arm
arm
bar.
bar, and then it's either
Kind of sucks. though, man.
submit or escape. But that's sudden death. If you can't finish during the allotted time, now you say, hey, that's on you. Now you either you who can hold them longer, and then it becomes like a little time thing. EBI is pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about that. I mean,
dude, I'll
know.
I'll freaking feed you the rules on EBI.
Yeah.
I actually do like it. Now I get where you're
Because
coming
check it.
from
Okay,
with
watch.
Arte Suave and all those
Okay.
others, right?
So you're saying like an EBI, you do your whole match. It's time based, right?
Let's say 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's
Okay,
say 10 minutes.
No
No
one
subs.
submits it. Okay, and then
So-
you have to pick your submission.
Well, you can pick
I'll start-
back or
Who gets to
armbar
pick?
thing,
Who
right?
gets to pick which is
So-
in the dominant position?
Coin flip. Let's say it's me and you, right? Boom. We hit a coin flip. I win. I go, I want to start on your back. You sit down. I sit
Yeah.
behind you. I get a seatbelt grip. And then
I get it. I just don't
but
really
then
like
there's
it
a
that
time
much.
frame. If I can't submit you
Yeah.
and you run out time, cool. Then you switch. Do you want armbar? You want back or the armbar?
Oh, the other guy gets the better
Yeah,
position.
oh, you switch, you back and forth, and I think you do it like 2 or 3 times, and whoever either gets the submission or gets the fastest escape will ultimately win.
I get it. It's a solution. It's,
Yeah, I think it's a good
I don't know if
solution.
it's the most fair, but
Well, I mean,
you know it sucks.
what
It's
could
like
be more fair? Because
I-
because we talked about
you got to have a way to judge the actual match.
well, see, but that's the thing. This almost takes the judges out, and it says, here it is. You either win by submission or you win by time.
Yeah.
It takes the judges out.
I mean, the only thing I don't like about it is that, like, let's just say you did the match 10 minutes, it's a draw, and then the guy gets your back, he chokes you out. It's like he didn't really earn that choke because he didn't really get that position on you.
Right.
He
but-
was awarded that position by a coin.
Yes.
Like, freaking coin
wait,
toss.
no.
So
because,
that's the only thing I don't
check it. If he submits, so that's what I'm saying. Let's say I get the coin toss. I get on your back. 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 15. Boom. I get the submission in 15 seconds. Now it's your turn. It's not just over.
Oh, okay.
Now we switch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. You got the submission in 9. You win.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? It takes the judges out of it. It leaves it strictly to the competitors to
Yeah.
see who's going to really win.
So, okay. So what if? Okay, I get it. So let's just follow that logic out all the way.
And then again, you
No.
you go to sudden death overtime again.
No.
All
I got
right.
this. What if we just said, okay, forget the whole match. Let's just have a contest with that. Who's better?
Well,
it almost like negates all
See,
of the work they
but
did.
I would say no, because you start standing and you actually have your 10 minutes to work. If you couldn't do it, that's on you, right? But you are given that opportunity. You could win in 15 seconds
Yeah.
from takedown, spin around, boom, armbar. So you have your chance.
I get it.
You have your chance. So I wouldn't. So just starting from a detrimental position, that's not the match. We get to do the sport. We get to do combat.
I think it's good. I just think there's a better way.
I mean, what
There's a-
ways, okay.
I don't know,
Without
like-
a judge, though. Like, how do you?
No, you
okay,
need judges. You
But
gotta
if
have
you
to.
have a judge, what's the problem with judges? It becomes subjectivity.
Well, that's why, like, I really like the way, I don't know the rule set 100%, but the way that they explained the Arte Suave rules to me, it sounded pretty good. They were like, okay, if you get a submission, like even a deep submission attempt, you know how you get an armbar, it's kind of locked out, but the guy's not tapping. Maybe he's super flexible.
Right.
You hold it for a certain amount of time. I don't know. You guys, Halen and Randy, throw
Yeah,
in,
we'll
and
get
freaking
back in
Julio,
about
put it
it.
in the comments, correct me, because I'm
Right.
probably messing it up. But just the fact that he got that submission, even if the guy didn't tap,
Right.
he's holding it for a certain amount of time, he gets like 6 points for that, which he should, because that's, to me, that's akin to a boxer. He's got another guy on the ropes, says boom, 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 and the guy
And he
just
gets
got
a
heart.
TKO or
He's got
something.
heart, yeah,
Right.
and he gets a TKO though, but he's got a lot of heart.
Right. You didn't knock me down,
You
Ray.
didn't knock me down, yeah. You never.
You never knocked me down, Ray.
Raging Bull.
Hell yeah.
That was a good one.
It was, but
Right, but he was out on his feet basically.
Yes.
So that's the equivalent of that, I think. So I like that.
I like it too, except that you're still dealing with subjectivity. Okay, I
How's it
got this.
subjective? I got
because
your arm ready to
I got
snap
your
it, it's
arm.
not tapping.
I'm ready to snap it. The judge goes, I don't know if that's a deep submission. Another judge goes, that is a deep submission. And now here's the third judge. That third judge makes the decision, right? It's like, it was a deep submission. It was not a deep submission. Versus, we couldn't finish in 10 minutes. I start out, I choose the armbar position.
Yeah.
Go. I get the armbar in 8 seconds. Cool. Switch it up. You can take the back or you can take the arm. It's up to you. Oh, I'm gonna take the back.
So
But he gets it. He
I
gets the
understand.
choke in 6 seconds.
But here's
he wins.
I get it. Here's my problem with that though. So now you're boiling down who's a better grappler based on who's better at armbar or back escapes. Like, what if this guy's whole game is predicated on freaking doing some like leg attacks, right? So now all that's gone. And does it mean he's a better?
So you start from that, but if you can still switch to something else.
Yeah.
You can switch to something else, and you can turn it into a heel hook. But here's the thing. Why didn't you heel hook him in your 10 minutes?
What if
you had 10 minutes to do it? I get that. You had 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you
to
can
do
say,
it,
why
and
didn't you get my
it.
back in 10 minutes? You had 10 minutes to get my
Because
back.
this is just you failed to submit. If we do it submission only, you fail to submit the guy.
I don't like it.
I don't like putting it in judges' hands.
I mean, if the judges are competent, like they should be able to tell that's a deep submission. Okay, like Gus wouldn't be able to tell if it's a submission's deep or not.
Right.
Come on, man. Like
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to tell.
100%.
I wouldn't be able to tell. We all know.
It's just a matter of subjectivity, though. Because look, man, how many times have we watched a boxing match and then you watch some judge just shit the bed, man, and you're like, what the fuck call was that? This is ridiculous.
I'll tell you one thing I didn't know. That can happen sometimes.
Yeah, but it can't happen if you do it where you either win or lose, or you get a better time.
You want to know the most controversial one I've seen in my life on that?
Sure.
Okay, so remember when Mike Tyson fought Buster Douglas, and that's the first time he got knocked out?
Yep.
Watch that fight. Mike Tyson knocked Buster Douglas out. He knocked him down, dude. He made he counted, what was it, an 8 count or a 10 count? It was a 10 count. He was out for like 11 or 12, and they let him back up.
But it was like, it was a slow count or
They
something.
let him back
like
up,
that.
dude. Yeah, it was like, I clearly counted it. I'm like, yo, dude, Buster Douglas should have been knocked out.
So, but it's still, but
crazy.
that can't happen if there's no subjectivity.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I get it. I don't know, man.
So look, okay,
we
let's do this.
obviously
Let's do
don't
this.
have all the answers.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
we're gonna have differences of opinions on some of this stuff.
Yeah. There's got to be a better way.
What's the best way?
I don't
mean,
know.
no, I know. I'm asking them.
Yeah.
What's the best way? What's the best way? I mean, tell us, man. If you like EBI, say you like EBI. If you like Arte Suave, say Arte Suave. If you like some other shit, right? Like, tell us. If we could get
Wait, what about just
grappling
what
in.
What do they do in boxing? Sometimes it's just a draw.
Well,
Sometimes
it
it's
comes
a
to the
draw.
judge, right? But now I don't know what happens if it's a draw in the Olympics.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if it can be a draw in the
well, like
Olympics.
in jiu-jitsu though, for no-gi, like do they ever have a draw?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't in EBI they just say it's a draw? Nobody won.
Because they give them a chance to freaking win with sudden death.
Oh, okay, so that would be like, okay, let's try to make that into boxing. What would it be like?
Okay.
It would be like the guy saying,
It would be a slap fight.
"You're on
you
the side,
punch
you're
me,
on
I
the
punch
freaking
me.
ropes. I can just wail on you, bro. Who
So-
can knock who out first?"
So
It kind of is like that in a way.
no,
A little bit.
no, because
I'm exaggerating,
because you can't defend. But if you have my back, I can defend. I'm not saying punch me in the chin and like the fucking power slap. That's a crazy show.
That is crazy.
Dude, power slap should be in the Olympics. Just smacking the shit out of motherfuckers. All right, it really shouldn't.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I mean, it'd be cool to watch. No, at least with the.
So you like EBI?
I do. Remember I told you my boy John Battle. He was in the EBI, but I do like EBI. I really do. Now, does that mean every match like should be that way? No. That's why I like with Fight to Win, Art Suave. All they have like these different rule sets. You can try different shit out. I don't know if Fight to Win's submission only.
Fight to Win. Do they have draws in Fight to Win? Do they?
No, dude. I don't know.
Like that's the one. I'm not really sure.
If you guys have competed in some of these things, let us know. I mean, seriously. Sometimes when we talk, we realize that I don't know. We're just pulling this shit out of our ass.
We're too obvious, man.
We don't know every rule set of every freaking.
But like, think about it. Do you see like does IBJJF have draws? Do you ever see that on a guy's record? Yeah, I got wins,
no.
losses.
IBJJF.
I think none of them do. Right?
You have.
Why don't they have draws?
Some guy goes advantage. This guy.
They don't. It's always an advantage, and the advantage could be subjective.
Well, that's why I said it goes like this.
He looked
at him here, and I go, advantage.
He gave him a mean look. Advantage.
That's why that shit can't be.
That's all bad.
That's why that can't be.
I'd rather have a draw than lose by some weak advantage that was super subjective. I'd rather say, man, it was just a stalemate.
That's the whole thing about breakdancing.
So check it out. So why doesn't jiu-jitsu have draws?
Because somebody will get an advantage.
No, but why don't they just? Why do they even have that event? Why don't they just say
because
you didn't win, it's a draw? Why does somebody have to win in jiu-jitsu? Where other sports, it could be a draw. Boxing, draw. UFC, draw. MMA, draw. Right. Jiu-jitsu, somebody has to win, even if it's a fake win or not. I'm not gonna say it's a fake win, but let's say it's a win that was maybe not as well respected as it could have been. Like you won by I got my knee on belly for like literally 0.2 seconds, and that was counted as it wouldn't even be a point, but it was an advantage. The other guy like shoved it off immediately, but I lost. Too slow.
Yep. Because
you really lost too for that. I don't think you lost.
Because it's usually in a tournament setting and somebody has to advance.
Is that why?
Can't be a draw.
So maybe that's what's holding jiu-jitsu back in a way because, it's not.
Because it's not fun to watch. Jiu-jitsu in a gi.
It's not fun to watch.
Under regular IBJJF rule set is not fun to watch. Unless you just happen to get dynamic characters fighting each other.
Yeah.
And then it's cool as fuck. Dude.
I like who's it
like I've watched a lot of old
watch
matches. Dude, it's great.
Phenomenal in a gi.
For sure. But everybody's not that.
Yeah.
And when you put the top shit on the line, everybody becomes more cautious.
Yep, they're more calculated. Yep, they're safer.
And now you're playing a game where it's just just lock them down and
lock them down.
And go, I'm just going to get this advantage, and I'm going to win. That's why
I'm going to worm guard you for 5 minutes. Like, who wants to see that, really? Like, it's like nothing against worm guard. I think it's legit, dude. But seriously, like, who is it really interesting to watch a worm guard? Some guy be caught in that for 5 minutes.
No, it's not. It's not fun to watch.
Or am I missing something?
No, you're not missing anything. It's not fun to watch. But
it's legit, though. Hey, I'm not going to
legit.
Oh, yeah. I respect it.
It's great. Like I said, we know the worm guard killer, boy. Like I hated rolling with him.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn it. But
he'll beat you with a worm guard.
He'll fucking beat you up with a worm guard.
And it's what's funny? It doesn't feel boring if you're rolling. They're like, oh crap, this sucks.
If you're rolling with him, you are in danger.
You are not bored at all. You're like, I'm trying to survive here.
But could you imagine if you're watching it? You're like,
visually you don't know what's going on.
He's not even moving.
Yeah,
we're moving, but it's just really it's
incremental.
Just tensing.
Yeah,
it's like this is tense. Well, now this is tense.
Yep.
This is tense. But you can't see that.
You can't see that. It doesn't translate well to.
Could you imagine though, dude? Like submission grappling, because then you get guys like Gordon Ryan in there. You get those Rotello brothers and shit like that in there. That shit would be dynamic.
They need to put a draw in there. I think that I'm gonna start advocating for a draw.
You're gonna advocate for a draw.
You got win, a loss, and a draw. Maybe what might happen though. You might have a lot of stalemates. Maybe that's why they don't do it,
dude.
Because actually, think about it. The majority
everybody will just grab and hunker down.
That's probably why they don't do it.
I need somebody to win.
Because think of how many rolls in the when you're just rolling. A lot. It's just stalemate. It just happens that way. Right?
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I fight for stalemates.
And that's what would happen on this. You would fight for a stalemate
because, dude, like I told you, when we get those fucking them little young stud motherfuckers show up, and it's like, damn, you're a purple belt. Get off me.
No, that's exactly why it is. Because look until there's big money in it and there's an incentive to actually get that win.
Right.
You're not gonna push. You're just gonna try to, you'll try to do it for ego's sake, but not at the cost of
gold.
Yeah.
When your money's getting fucked with, you're not gonna play it fast and loose.
Yeah.
I mean, some people play it fast and loose, and then they fucking lose. you're gonna be like, oh no, I gotta play a winning strategy, and I don't knock that. Winning strategies, they win, right? But if your winning strategy only brings you to a draw, how boring is that?
Yeah.
How boring is that? And that's why submission only. It has to be submission only, and then it has to be in my opinion.
But it's not boring in boxing.
It has to be a
boxing.
rule set that. Yeah.
How many fights are good? Like, dude, that was a great fight. It was a draw. It was a great fight. They were killing it, bro.
It happens.
It was even watching the UFC. It's a freaking draw, dude. But it was a great fight.
It's a rarity, though.
And one guy's always pissed. Oh, it was a draw, man.
Exactly. And then,
I was robbed.
Because that's subjectivity.
Yeah.
I need somebody like he tapped,
but
he went unconscious. You win.
Big dollars on the line for boxing, UFC,
for
MMA.
Sure.
Not in local jiu-jitsu tournaments, so you have to have a winner basically.
Other than Gabby Garcia versus freaking
Greg Jones. I'm watching that, dude. Now wait, with Greg Jones, what is that? That's
like
a
$1
Greg
million,
Jones invitation,
right?
Yeah. See, is there going to be
because that was phenomenal marketing.
Awesome.
That was just phenomenal.
I like it,
dude. I'd fight Gabby Garcia for $1 million. I'd fight Gabby Garcia for $150 and a fucking slit smoke liquor. I mean, whatever. I'm down for whatever. But she probably wouldn't take it, huh?
See how big she is, dude. She's huge compared to Greg Jones.
I know. It's going to be awesome.
It's crazy.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Are you going to rent it?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely watch that one.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm coming over.
Yeah, definitely watch that
All right.
one.
I'll come
100%.
over. All right. That's what's good.
I wonder if do you know the rule set on that? Like, I'm wondering.
No, I have no idea.
We got to do some research.
We don't research
we gotta
shit.
do a little bit more research. Sorry, guys. So, I want to research Greg Jones' invitation.
We are fucking pathetic.
No.
We don't research shit. If we don't already know it, we don't fucking.
Yeah, we
talk
usually
about
know most of this stuff, like at least to a little bit of degree.
We
But
do.
this one, some of these competition
I
things.
don't want people to think that we're just fucking fly by night. We actually do know a lot of shit, but then the shit we don't know.
I'm gonna research it. I'll see. I'm curious to see if they have like what do they do in the case? Is it a point system? Is it what is the deal with that?
No, that's legit. I mean, find out. I'm very interested, and I say it all the time, right? We'll reach out to you guys because if you guys can find some stuff and you can throw some information to us, it's cool. We'll always read the comments. We always talk about the comments. We always talk about what you write. So if you go, oh well, my point of learning was how to integrate jiu-jitsu into blah blah blah. Hey, if you got a PhD in that shit, let us know, man. We'll fucking talk it up. Yeah. I don't know. So
we didn't really make a lot of headway, huh?
No, man. We always just talk. We're just talking because it interested us, and we were like, why the fuck is breakdancing in there, but jiu-jitsu's not?
I know, man.
That's crazy to me. Or those some bitches out there shooting BB guns with fucking Matrix eye gear on.
What's that game called? Oh, paintball, right? Olympic paintball.
Dude,
that would actually be more
Olympic paintball.
That would be fun.
You know what would happen?
Awesome. That's war right there.
Oh my god! Damn, you just fucking off the top of your head with that one because could you imagine it? We would get motherfucking Navy SEALs would fucking go in and represent.
It's too close to war, though. You know, it's too close.
Somebody would fucking stab somebody.
Think about it. You'd have America. You know what would be bad? You'd have the United States representing our freaking military.
You
right?
damn right.
Against, I don't know, Russia.
Yes.
Something like that. That's too close to war. They'd be like,
don't care.
I know, but that's probably
that
why
would
they don't
be
do it.
awesome.
That would be awesome. Imagine if we lost, though. Russia get all cocky. Hey, man, you saw they put their best guys out there. We beat them.
Well,
that's why they don't do
it, man.
No, it ain't. It's going to be all bad.
Listen,
you got a lot of posturing as part of politics.
Posturing's
right?
that, but we be like, hey, watch this.
That would be awesome.
We be like, turn the keys.
That'd be awesome.
We're still gonna win. Listen, man, America wins shit. That's what happens. For any of our out of the country viewers, nothing personal. America wins shit.
We kind of do.
We win shit.
Yeah, we do.
We win shit, and we should. Because America.
All right, man.
Wait,
so,
I want to talk more about the fucking paintball shit. Now I'm like,
oh yeah, go ahead.
We'll talk offline about it.
Yeah.
But I think that was a great idea, dude. Like, or paintball.
Olympic
What's the other
paintball.
little bullshit where they shoot the little yellow balls? Airsoft. Like paintball or airsoft? Holy shit. Dude, that would be so cool. Like, you get your team, a 7-man squad. You get a fire team going. I mean, I can't compete. I'm too tired, old, and out of shape and shit.
That'd be cool though.
Fuck, dude, he'd be a sniper and shit. I could call my boy Kenny Brock I was just talking about. He would just be up in there. He'd be like, you got him on thermal?
Paintball.
Hell yeah, you got him on thermal? He's like, I got him on thermal. Just bust him from like half a mile away.
You could do it. You'd have to dial it way back though. So you'd have to take away the technology. You'd have not to a degree. You know what I mean? You'd have to have like
right. Everybody has to have the same type of weapon, or you get an option of. Weapon. You can have AR platform, M16, right. M4 platform,
like the video games,
or you can have
right?
AK platform,
yeah.
Whatever your standard issue weapon, or even the bullpups, like the British use the bullpups. So fine, yes, have like 5 different rifles to choose from. Have a fucking pistol as a sidearm to choose from. Got to have some grenades.
What about hand-to-hand combat?
That'll be a shit.
That'd be awesome, right? Like
then somebody's gonna die though.
Yeah, it's all bad, dude. That's crazy.
Oh, I could. My goodness, man. We got to talk about this more.
Pretty cool.
You just really gave me like...
Get an invent a game.
I'm so excited about this shit now.
Funny.
Like, I'm going to petition to get fucking...
Paintball
into the Olympics.
Military-grade paintball in the Olympics.
That's military-grade. Dude, you can get like a shock knife.
Oh, yeah.
Or... But then somebody's going to grab him and go... Blah! They're going to dump an elbow in his face. It'll be too much. Okay. Holy shit. Did we even do anything in this episode?
Yeah, we did. We covered ground.
We covered ground. A lot. I don't know.
We talked trash on the Olympics, basically.
I was about to say fuck the Olympics, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Dude, growing up, I loved watching the Olympics.
I did too.
I loved watching the Olympics.
When it started getting watered down, I think...
I was going to say, okay, thank you for saying watered down.
It did get watered
because
down.
I was about to say it got sissified.
Okay.
Is that politically correct anymore?
Hey, man, this is a safe
space. Okay. Am I safe to say this?
You're safe.
The Olympics is very sissified.
It is, man.
And that sucks, man. Like, let's bring violence back. I'm saying, like, come on, man. Fencing's cool.
Fencing's great.
My boy, he actually this kid Dio that I grew up with, right? He's the man. He was like the only black kid I knew who used to fence out of Willingboro. That was crazy. We were like, the fuck you mean you fencing?
Wow. We know he didn't grow up poor.
He grew up the same as we.
Okay.
But for somehow, they were like, we're going to make sure he fences. And he did. And like, holy shit. It was impressive. Shout out, D. That's good shit, man. You were the only motherfucker I knew who used to fence.
That's pretty funny, yeah. That's usually tied to like aristocratic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Heritage, right?
For sure. Dude, he lived across the street from me for freaking his whole life. In fact, he was my first friend ever on Earth. Like, I was born a little less than a year later. He was born, and our families were cool. And so as little babies, we were hanging out.
Cool.
That's crazy. All right. I don't know. I don't even know what else, man. Hey, listen. Help us get jiu-jitsu or some type of submission grappling into the Olympics. Some of you are probably better equipped to do it than we are because, I don't know, there's a bunch of lawyers and fucking, some of you are probably politicians and shit, you know what I mean? We're just fucking numbnuts who talk a bunch of shit on the podcast. Actually, we're all right.
We plant the seed.
We plant the seed. I'm like Johnny Appleseed, baby. I'm just walking,
It's up to you guys to water the seed.
There you go. Water it. Fertilize
Water
it.
the seed. Water the seed for this podcast, too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Definitely
Please.
water the seed.
Water the seed for the podcast. Pass
Put a
it
hose
on
on
your
it.
friends. You talking about hose?
Put a hose on it.
Oh, a
Water,
hose. That kind of
good water.
A hose. Good water.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Hose, but I was thinking something.
Oh.
You're talking about hose like the water.
Get your mind out together.
Sorry, water hose.
You meant garden tool hose.
I have been, yes, a garden tool. There's so many different kinds of hose, but we're talking about the hose that sprays water.
Yes.
And
Hose, H-O-S-E, not H-O-E.
I just bought a new hose.
Oh, you did?
That sprays water.
All right.
Because I had to connect it because I was watching all my trucks and my car and shit yesterday, and my kid was like, what was it? Steam cleaning the seats.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I looked, I was like, I've had this truck for 20 years. Damn. I've never cleaned the inside of it.
Are you serious?
Ever.
That's pretty disgusting. Don't share that.
Look, man.
Oh my God, that's pretty bad.
I'm sorry. See, because you're all fancy and you got like
I'm not fancy. It's cleaning.
Fancy as fuck. Get out of here. You keep your shit all shiny and shit. My truck is a fucking.
But it was a work truck.
It's a dirtbag truck.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
so
dude.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, man, that truck, man.
I get it.
Yeah, that truck was wrecked.
But you know what's funny? I will say this. I'm impressed. Your black truck, that thing's clean.
Hey, man, because that's a luxury vehicle, baby.
Yeah,
that's a
it's a
luxury
truck.
vehicle. I ain't fucking around. That shit, Boy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because at first when you got it, I'm like, watch, I give that thing 6 months.
You
It's
thought I was going to fuck it up?
I thought you were gonna mess it up. It's gonna look like
Get
Fred.
outta here.
Fred is the old red
Yes,
truck.
Fred is my old
I always say
F-150.
give him 6 months. It's gonna look like Fred. But you know what, man? You proved me wrong. It looks good. Every time I see it, it's
shiny, baby. It's
perfect
shiny.
inside. I'm like, all right, Harold, you got this.
Yeah. And Fred is because my daughter named it Fred
That's
back
nice.
when she was like 4 years old, because she got a little Power Wheels. Remember them Power Wheels? And Power Wheels.
Oh yeah.
So
No, it's a big wheel.
No. Well, Big Wheel's something different, but the Power Wheel's the one you can drive. You can drive. It's like a little kid's car you can drive. My mom bought her an F-150 so she could park her little Power Wheel F-150 next to the full F-150, and she named mine Fred.
Okay, got it.
And then it caught on. And then when I got my new one, Black Fred.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway, listen. Help us get this shit into the Olympics, because it should be important to you. And if it's important to you, you'll find a way. Find a way to get submission grappling into the Olympics. Talk to your local politicians or whatever the hell you got to do. But if it's not important, you'll make an excuse. You'll be like, that's too much work. I don't want to do that shit. That's bullshit. It's not bullshit, man.
It's not. And put in the comments too about the rules. Like, I want to know about the EBI rules. And what's the other one? The
Arte Suave.
And the Craig Jones. The Craig Jones.
Oh,
That's the main one I really want to know about.
Yeah.
I'll Google it myself, but just throw some comments in there.
GTS.
GTS.
Google that shit.
They need a new one though. Chat GPT it.
Dude,
better.
ChatGPT is awesome.
It's just way better. It's like a million times better, because if you Google it, like ChatGPT is like it does it for you.
Yeah.
Like, why would I Google when I could ChatGPT?
I actually use the voice assistant.
It's great.
Where you could just leave it on and you can talk back and forth
And
to you.
yeah.
Dude, it's freaking awesome. Oh, man.
So anyway, I think that's it, man. So I'll do some ChatGPT on my end. You guys do some work on your end. Throw some comments in there. Hit the video, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I guess we'll check you guys out next week.
Us.
Right hand salute.
That was a good.
Olympics.
Olympics. It's like, Olympics.
We could, let's just say a guy was, I don't know, if you're addicted to anything.
Right.
I don't know, you could just pick anything. I don't know. Let's
Crack.
Say, no.
Right. Alcohol's a fucking depressant.
Yeah.
It's a depressant.
It is depressing.
What's the one where we said you think you know shit when you don't?
Oh, Dunning-Kruger.
It's Dunning-Kruger in a bottle.
You're right.
It's like,
Dunning-Kruger
I'm
in
the
a bottle.
fucking best ever at this
Yeah.
shit. No, you were a drunk asshole.
Yeah.
We've all been there. I know I've been there.
So is that the premise of it?
Shitting on the Olympics. We won't call it shitting on the Olympics, but I think we're about to shit on the Olympics. I like it.
See, I tell you, we always come up with something.
We always come up with something, man. We are semi-professional.
Pretty good.
All right, are we lined up? We look good. Went with the first calf today. First team, baby. Hooah! All right, I'm ready when you are, brother.
All right.